Xbox could be working on another Halo the Master Chief Collection style of game with a different franchise. We have 3 brand new Star Wars games coming, and 2 more really good looking indie games have been announced for Xbox Game Pass. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you enjoy daily content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So one of the coolest compilations out there in all of video games I think ever released has been Halo the Master Chief Collection. Yes, it's a game that had a very rocky start. I actually picked up an Xbox One last generation solely because they were releasing Halo the Master Chief Collection, and I remember trying to get into multiplayer matches when it first came out, and it was a headache. But they took more time, I guess, to fix all of the kinks out of it, and right now it's an incredible package. I would say maybe the greatest video game package ever made in terms of, if you think of everything in there with the single player stuff, with the access to multiplayer, being able to play Halo Combat Evolved with a ton amount of people, Halo 2 still with a lot of people, and then you get all of the seasonal updates that they're still bringing with Halo the Master Chief Collection. So I think it's really cool what they've done with that, and it looks like Microsoft and Xbox are looking to bring this treatment to another franchise. Now, this comes via special ed during the Xbox Era podcast, and he says there will be another Microsoft franchise getting that Master Chief Collection treatment, collection of all the games, all bundled into one. And to me, that's really exciting. You think about the Xbox properties, the first one that would pop into my mind that would probably make the most sense and is easiest for Xbox to do would be Gears of War, with all of the single player campaigns, all of the multiplayer game modes and maps in one interface, one game that you could just jump into at any time and play. Would be extremely cool. The only thing with Gears of War is that all of the games already are pretty much kind of remastered, got that 4K 60 FPS treatment. So there's already those upgrades to those versions, but that would just mean it would be a lot easier for Xbox to put it into one compilation right now and give people a great experience. Then you think about the other franchises, like maybe they would do a Quake collection and have one big Quake style compilation with a bunch of different multiplayer modes. I think would be super cool. Maybe Doom. And then imagine in the future, once the Activision Blizzard deal is finished, imagine they made a Master Chief Collection style game with all of the Call of Duty games. I think that would be just insane, absolutely incredible. Bringing back Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, all in one game, and then you get to play all of the greatest Call of Duty games and go back for people who have never played them or who are new to gaming, new to the franchise, and play the games that made Call of Duty a cultural phenomenon where we're at today. I think that would just be insane. But obviously it's not going to be that if this is going to be releasing anytime soon. But exciting. I love to see these compilations. I think it'll probably be Gears, and if it is, hey, I'll be jumping into that all the time. Just like I think it'll be amazing like the Master Chief Collection was, and hopefully when it's released, it's instantly working and instantly playable for everybody. And there's also other franchises people are thinking about, like Fable, maybe Elder Scrolls. The thing with those games, I think, is that they're going to want to do a compilation like Master Chief Collection. They're going to want to have games that have that multiplayer component in it to give, I guess, the biggest package possible and the most value. Plus, there's already been upgrades to like Fable Anniversary. I would love to see them remaster Fable 2 and Fable 3. That would definitely be cool to see, but I'm excited. We'll see what comes out of this announcement. All right, jumping over here to Star Wars. So Star Wars video games over, I'd say, the last 10 years or so have been interesting to say the least. Kind of started off rocky with Battlefront and Battlefront 2. A lot of people didn't like those games. We had the huge controversy with Battlefront 2 and the microtransactions. And then we got Jedi Fallen Order from Respawn Entertainment, which I think was an incredible game, one of my favorite games. And it was a step in definitely the right direction for the Star Wars properties. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Respawn Entertainment, I think, is one of the best developers out there. You look at the games that they have made, Apex Legends and Titanfall and Titanfall 2, Jedi Fallen Order, all great games. Like, honestly, for the genres that they're in, they're definitely, I think, at the top in terms of their quality, their fun factor, and all that type of stuff. I really, really like Vince Zampella and Respawn and the work that they do. And now they have been rewarded with 3 more Star Wars games that they're going to be working on, which I think is awesome. So we have the first one here coming from game director Stig Asmussen, and his team was working on the next game in the Jedi series. So I guess Jedi Fallen Order 2, which I couldn't be more excited about. That will be a day one play for me. And then they are going to be working on a first-person shooter game. Is from Peter Hirschman, who is the game director at Respawn, which great news because you look at Titanfall and you look at Apex Legends, and them translating those first-person shooter gameplays and the work that they've done in the first-person shooter genre to a Star Wars game is probably going to be very, very good. And then they are also working on a third title, which is going to be a strategy game. It's going to be developed through a production collaboration with the newly formed studio Bit Reactor, helmed by games industry veteran Greg Borsch. I don't know if I said that name right. I don't know if I said any of these names right. And again, it will be a strategy game where Bit Reactor will lead on the development for the title. So 3 totally different styles of games, all coming from Respawn. And I'm excited to see what comes out of it because they haven't let us down yet, and I foresee them continuing just to make awesome games. And finally here, 2 more indie games have been announced for Xbox Game Pass in February, and I'm excited, especially for this first one called Dreamscaper. Looks very, very cool. It's like an action style game where the game changes up depending if you're playing during the day or playing during the night. So it says here, by night, delve deep into your subconscious and discover powerful artifacts to conquer your nightmares. By day, explore the city of Red Haven and build relationships to unlock the power of your dreams. Dreamscaper is coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and Game Pass this February. And from watching this trailer, this looks like it's a really fun game with cool art style and just great combat. So excited to try that one out. And then secondly, we have here another game called Besiege, which is going to be coming February 10th, which looks like it is a physics puzzle game, I guess, where you're building castles or taking down castles and different groups and enemies and stuff like that. So this one I'm not as excited about, but it looks interesting. It's definitely a different concept for some of the games that we've seen on Xbox Game Pass. So that's 2 more indie games releasing to the service, and I have to say I get excited about these indie games. I know a lot of people just only want to play those big AAA titles, but I'm thinking about just like a game such as Nobody Saves the World, which I've just recently been playing, an absolutely incredible game. Thinking of like Narita Boy, which I played last year, again another great indie game. And there are so many great indie titles that look just so fun to play, have really cool art style, some of the best music in games. But I love to see more of these coming to this service. And January's Xbox Game Pass release so far for me has been maybe one of my favorite months in Xbox Game Pass history, just with the amount of games I've played on it and the amount of fun I'm having. Like playing Rainbow Six Extraction, great game so far. Nobody Saves the World, Windjammers 2, and I'm just having so much fun jumping into all of these different styles of games that I probably would not have picked up and probably would not have played if it wasn't for Xbox Game Pass. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What franchise from Xbox do you want to see get the Master Chief Collection? Are you excited about Respawn getting 3 more Star Wars games and indie games that are coming in February to Game Pass? What do you think about them? What do you think about indie games in general on the service? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're new here. If you like what you saw throughout this video, I'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. We'll be right back.